Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 8th through the 14th. As you see different surroundings here in the background, I am yet again on the road, story of my life. But we still need to get the weekly forecasts out to you guys, so the show must go on. We're going to see what's coming up for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Keep in mind you might stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned. If that's the case, don't you worry your pretty little head. You found it when you were meant to. These are general readings. Not every single message will resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Okay, my dears. What is going on with Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead? One more shuffle. All right, your cards shuffled really super smooth, like really smooth. So that gives me the sense and the feeling you've made your mind up about something. You've made a decision and like you're going for it, you're moving forward, you're certain in what you've decided to do. Now, maybe you're struggling with that decision at the time that you're looking at this, if it's before the week ahead, but you're going to be making up your mind and you're going to be moving forward. I can tell you that. Very, very free-flowing energy. Now we're going to look at the cards and see what the cards have to say. And see, look, a decision, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is when we might feel very overwhelmed, where there's a lot of options. So as I said, maybe you're struggling with a decision, but the energy was really free-flowing and free-moving. So you're going to pick a cup. You're going to choose a cup, and when you do, you're very certain about it. Or you chose a cup and you were iffy about it, and as the week progresses, you're going to be like, nope, this was the right cup. I made the right choice. I did the right thing. And Virgo, for some of you, it's like exercise and intuition. Everybody's always like, I want to have more intuition. I want to be able to figure out things energetically for myself, but I'm always worried that I'm going to read it wrong or I'm imagining it, right? The best way to strengthen your intuition is by acting on what your gut is telling you. And over time, you become more and more sure. You become more and more confident. It's like exercising a muscle in your body. The more you put it to use, the more you apply it, the stronger it becomes. And so I feel the 7 of Cups is like lingering energy from the previous week where you had a lot of choices, you picked one, and now it's moving along nicely. If you're still kind of struggling with making a decision at the time of this reading, one little bit of advice that I can give you that can be very helpful: write down the different options, write down the different choices, and then one by one imagine yourself living that life. And pay attention to how you feel. Which ones make you the happiest? Which ones give you the most sense of like, that resonates, that feels right. I like the way that feels. I like the way that looks in my mind. That will give you an idea of really truly what feels right to you. What feels right in your spirit, what feels right in your soul. It'll help you figure it out. It'll help you to choose. 7 of Cups, I've heard also being described as telepathy, like telepathic communication or connection. I've also heard 7 of Cups described as like feeling like you're dreaming, like this is a dream come true. So some of you might be making a decision or taking a step, and then you're like, oh my gosh, like could it really be so wonderful? I can't believe that it's working out. I can't believe it's falling into place. It just feels to me like some of you took a chance on something and then you're like, whoa, this really paid off. I'm glad I did this. That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting, Virgo. The next card that's coming up for you guys is the 10 of Cups. Well, hello. Now, 10 of Cups, I know. A lot of people watch tarot because they're looking for love and romance. In the weekly forecasts, I try to focus on you and your energy and everything outside of love and romance, and I do love and romance separately. So after this video, if you want to watch the Virgo love videos for November, those are linked in the description. Feel free to do so. I know because of love readings, 10 of Cups has gotten typecast as marriage and babies and happily ever after and white picket fence and all that good stuff. Now, that can be for some of you. You might be manifesting that. I'm not taking that away from you. But 10 of Cups overall is about inner peace and complete and total satisfaction in every area of your life. And that's going to be different for different ones of you, right? Not everybody has the same, ideal life scenario. For some people, it is marriage and babies. For some people, they've been there, done that, and they don't want to do it again. For some people, they don't want that. That's not their kind of life. They want to be traveling or backpacking, or they want to live alone in nature, or find a companion that they can, work on business with or spiritual things with, or it's going to be different for different people. Not everybody is going to have the same 10 of Cups, because 10 of Cups is complete and total inner peace and satisfaction. Different strokes for different folks, right? We're going to be happy with different things in different situations. But 10 of Cups tells us, Virgo, you're coming into that happily ever after for you, whatever that might be and whatever that might look like. For some of you, you weren't sure, but you're stumbling upon it and you're saying, this must be it. Like not this must be it, but this is it. I like this. This makes me happy. This is really great. This is something that feels right to me, that brings me joy, that brings me satisfaction and fulfillment. So for some of you, you might feel like you just stumbled upon it through happenstance, or like you got really lucky. Whereas the truth of it is, my dear, it's not luck at all. It's that you put it out there to the universe and vibrationally you aligned with it, right? It came to be. You were open and it came to be, and you just gravitated towards the right place and right situation for yourself. I feel for some of you, 10 of Cups is also coming up with a sense of like an upgrade in your living environment or living situation, right? So this could be that you're making a move, or you're going on vacation and that's becoming an extended stay. And you're like, I feel happy here. I feel content here. I don't know why, but I keep hearing the words, oh my God, I can hear myself think. And so maybe some of you are getting away from a very noisy climate or environment, or you've been living in very noisy places and you're manifesting a nice quiet place. Maybe there's just been a lot of drama and arguing and disagreement, and you're finally disconnecting from it and you're not hearing it. Maybe you had a house guest that wasn't leaving and you're finally getting your home back, or you're getting your space back, okay? But I feel there's this sense of like an improved comfort in your living situation, and literally just a sense of peacefulness. Like it's quiet, it's calm. I can sit down and read a book. I can listen to music. I can watch TV. I can do my little crossword puzzles. Like whatever it is you're wanting to do, I just feel like you're enjoying this really fulfilling downtime, this really fulfilling like recreational time in your living space. Your next card coming up here for you, Virgo, is the High Priestess, okay? Now, this could be Pisces or Taurus energy. For some reason, when I bring Taurus into it, people get upset and people get angry. But if you look at the astrological associations of High Priestess, I don't make up the rules. There is a Taurus element to the High Priestess. Just like there's a Virgo and Gemini element to the Magician, and there's a Scorpio and Aries element to the Emperor card, there is a Taurus element to the High Priestess as well as Pisces. So please don't get offended. Don't get angry if that irks you in some way. It is what it is, okay? Some of you could have a Pisces or Taurus placement where there's big changes happening for you in that area of your life, or there's action happening for you in those houses. There could be a Pisces or Taurus that you are dealing with. That's a big part of these changes and transitions. Now, I encourage you, my dears, to keep in mind the fact that it could be somebody's moon, rising, Venus, So you could be dealing with this person and not even know it because it's not their sun sign. And we don't always know people's moon or rising or Venus. We don't always have that information. But let's put astrology aside here for a moment, and let's look at the energy and the messages that come in with the cards. The High Priestess is sage wisdom, sage knowledge. It's this inner knowing. It's this confidence. So we talked about strengthening intuition. For many of you, you're stepping into examining and expanding on your intuitive gifts and abilities. Okay? Externally, right? I feel some of you are encountering a High Priestess that is helping you tap into your intuition through their healing abilities. You're dealing with a healer because the High Priestess is intuitive but also a healer. Okay? And you are too, obviously. But I feel like you're unlocking your abilities and your gifts by connecting with this High Priestess energy or High Priestess person. So this could be, for some of you, like a spiritual teacher that you're working with. It could be somebody whose teachings you're following. For some of you, it's something in a book or something online, because Spirit is showing me, like in my own spiritual journey, a lot of my teachers, a lot of my guides have been, like on Earth, like my guides on Earth, have been things that I have read, or movies I have seen, or messages that I've picked up through song lyrics that I've listened to. I tried really hard to find a teacher to mentor me, to guide me, and that was not my path. Okay, it was not meant for me to learn in that way. So for some of you, this teacher is going to be energy that you're tapping into through beliefs that you're studying, or messages that are coming into you, or coming in for you from things you're studying or things you're researching, or videos you're watching. It might not be someone that's physically in your element or right in front of you. Some of you may have an experience. Maybe some of you are coming into a living situation or living environment where you're going to be living with a High Priestess person or energy. Okay? But you guys are on different paths and on different journeys. So for some of you, I know for me in my experience, my teachers were not one-on-one in person in front of me. Okay? Some of you might laugh, but there was a time in my life that Doreen Virtue was like my everything, right? Oh my gosh, I lived by her word, and but I did not work with her directly, you know. And when I did meet her, it was a massive disappointment. And then not long after that, we know what happened with her. No judgment. That's her and that's her path. That's what she needs to do. But for some of you, you might feel discouraged, like, I want a teacher. Why can't I work one-on-one with somebody? Well, my dear and my darlings, you do have teachers coming in, okay? Some of you will be dealing with this person, I feel like, in that living environment or situation where it's feeling to you like a retreat or a getaway, right? Like somebody might be creating space for you, where it's a place for you to heal and to tap into your own gifts and abilities. Now, your next card here, my darlings, is the Two of Swords. Now, this is interesting because you made a decision, you're moving along, everything is happening, everything is great, and now we have Two of Swords, which is like an impasse. Again, you're coming into a time of indecision, right? So as you're moving forward, as you're tapping into your intuition, as you're tapping into your gifts and abilities, some of you are going to see how powerful you are, and you're going to be tempted to not act on it, right? You're going to say, well, you know, this is what my intuition is telling me, or Spirit is leading me or guiding me to do more spiritual stuff, or to step into a role as a spiritual teacher. Well, no, maybe I'm imagining it, or I don't want to do it right now. And you may be procrastinating. For some of you, maybe it's not spirituality. Maybe Spirit is showing you that it's that you have all these blessings coming in, all these good things have happened to you, and then your intuition is revealing to you the next step. So maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's making a career change. Maybe it's devoting time to family. It's going to be different for different ones of you, but Spirit is going to show you the next step. And for many of you, it's going to feel very challenging. Like, oh gosh, that sounds kind of scary. That sounds overwhelming. I don't know if I'm going to do a good job. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. And so we procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. Now, Two of Swords for me, and don't get angry, don't get upset. I've said this in previous readings. For me in my readings, when I see Two of Swords, a lot of the times it's Spirit saying, hey, look, we're showing you the writing on the wall. We're showing you what the next step is to do. We're helping you on your path and on your purpose, but you're ignoring us, and we can't wait anymore. So if you don't follow the guidance you're receiving, we're going to have to step in with a Tower moment. The Two of Swords for me is if you don't follow the guidance you're receiving, there will be a Tower moment. Now, the Tower moment is not a punishment. So if you're coming at me in the cards of, oh, I hate God, I hate the universe, I hate the angels, why are they giving me these effing Tower moments? I'm sick of these effing Tower moments. I don't want to hear it, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't. You can say whatever you want to say about me. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not perfect. You don't have to like me. But God, the universe, the angels, they're not here to punish us. The Tower moment is not a punishment. The Tower moment comes in to free us from bondage. The Tower moment comes in to free us from something we're unnecessarily suffering from. And it's like we're being liberated from the situation so that we don't have to give it any more of our precious time, of our precious years, of our precious life force. But sometimes we get overly attached to it. And we get angry, we get upset. That's ego. We got to let ego go. And we have to trust and we have to know we need to move forward. The Tower moment doesn't come to punish us, but to free us from unnecessary bondage, to help us take the step that we were scared to take so that we can stay on course, so we can stay on track. Okay? You can avoid the Tower moment, and that is by not procrastinating. If you're scared and you're not sure how to move forward, thank you, Archangel Michael, for filling my heart with courage. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for removing fear from my heart, for filling my heart with love and light. Thank you, God, universe, and angels, for guiding me, for helping me to make the right decisions, for helping me to see the truth of situations and how to move forward. And thank you for giving me the courage to move forward. And then we can avoid the Tower situations altogether. But there's this massive blessing that's coming in, but the blessing is only the beginning. The blessing has come in to help you to the next stage and the next phase. And some of you are afraid to do it. And if you don't do it, you're going to get pushed off the diving board. And a Spirit is telling me, for many of you, this is a spiritual purpose. Because I heard you're going to get pushed out of the mystic's closet. I know some people refer to it as the witch's closet. Like, some people are kind of like, what is it called? Like, on the down low, they might do witchcraft or spells, or they might be Wiccan, and they don't let people know, and they refer to it as being in the witch's closet. But I like the term mystic's closet because we're not all witches, right? I'm not saying you can't be a witch or you shouldn't be a witch, but not everybody is a witch. And I think most witches would agree with me that there are people who might be spiritual, they might be into metaphysical stuff, but they're not witches, right? So I like to use mystic's closet because it's a broader term. Some people might be shaman, some people might be into the angel stuff, some people might be into a mix of things, but I feel there's some kind of spirituality that you've been doing quietly, that you're not open about. And some of you are being pushed to be in service in that capacity, but you're like, I don't want people to know I'm doing this. But Spirit is saying, look, you can hide all you want, but if the reason why you're not doing it is because you feel like you have to hide, your cover will be blown, if that's what it takes to get you moving. And so that's the message I feel here, in terms of like this being pushed, or, you know, trying to get you out of this procrastination energy. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate for you more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. One more thing, I don't know if I hit the point home. These blessings are coming in to give you the space to get ready for the bigger work, right? And that's where the procrastination is happening. Meditate on that, pray on that. If you would like a private reading, you can schedule with me at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week ahead. Be well, my dears. Take care.